Today Baba was talking about very, very easy methods to have fast effort. Baba was talking about just applying a dot, a point, and also as many zeros we add after one, then it multiplies. And so the richest people in the world are we Brahmins. But I guess busiest people in the world also Brahmins? Yeah? Are we too busy than the people outside? Is it easy to be busy? Or we have to really make a lot of effort to become busy? Easy to be busy? Yes, no? Easy to be busy? Why do we want to be busy? The need to be busy. There are two things. One is we have too many things to do, and so we are busy. One is we want to be busy because the spiritual reason is there is something that I don't want to face. To get away from something unpleasant, I make myself so busy. So I get busy in that, so my attention is not in something which is unpleasant, which I don't want, which I don't like. And the third thing is, I am busy because I don't know how to prioritize. We all have different things to do in our life. We have Lokik things, we have, Baba Center, we have our service, we have, our own spiritual progress. So there are many aspects in our life that we need to give attention to, pay more attention. But the thing is, many a times we do not know how to prioritize what's first and what's later. In the office you see there are 3 trays kept on the table. One is ordinary, one is important, and the third one is very urgent. So the officer who is working on the desk will first attend to what's urgent. He would touch to those aspects, he will touch the tray, which is, not so very urgent, much later. So maybe I don't know how to prioritize in the life. And we keep making effort. We do this, and then the next that, and then the next that, and the next that. And we many times try to do that which is not really very urgent first, and then the urgent we maybe keep it for later because we need to think, we need to plan, we need to do that, or maybe we need some time. Whatever the reason, we put that aside, and more urgent things are kept aside. There is more thoughts, worry, or thought that runs about the issue, the unresolved, the remaining issue. And so we think we have no time. In fact, 24 hours of time is a big deal. All the seniors, they made effort. Mama, Baba made effort. They also had the same time, 24 hours. And we are also making effort. Many times Baba in the Murli says that Baba has so much, so many responsibilities and so many concerns that Baba forgets Shiv Baba because Baba has so many things on his head. But he was the world father of humanity. he not only had to think just about Brahmins, but he has to think about the whole world. Well, we don't have to. Thinking about the world comes the later part of it. But the first thing is how I am complete. So, the very easy effort, of course, Baba did say, as and when I need to clear my mind from unnecessary, unwanted thoughts. As I keep pending and I don't resolve, things remain, and that becomes very heavy, and I have to carry them for the next day and next day and next day. By the end of the week, I'm so tired because I see there are so many things which have not been solved, not yet been sorted out. Then I mentally become exhausted. I might not have done hard work physically, but of course I am tired mentally because too many things, I don't know the way, I don't know who to approach, where to take the help from, how to sort it out. So I'm exhausted, I'm tired. And besides, we all have desires. Yes? Are we free from desires? Which is the biggest bondage for any human being is his own desires. It binds us. Desires is attachment again. If I have anything in my mind that is nagging, desires I don't mean in terms of the people who have outside of big things, for material things. We might not have such desires like Lokik people, but we always have some desires in terms of like, I don't like this. I don't want you to be in this way. I want this person to be that way. I don't want this. So wants and not wanting something is also desire. Liking, not liking something is also desire. So it is not, my mind is not so flexible that I can accept and adopt everything that is coming my way. My mind is not so flexible that I can accept everyone and anyone who comes my way. I'm not able to do that. So the adjustment, the flexibility is lacking, and so even if I'm not comfortable in this chair, I definitely want to move out. I wouldn't adjust. Well, it's very good that I should make myself comfortable. That's very important. But it's also very important to know what makes you comfortable forever. What makes you happy forever? If I'm going to ask you this question, okay, tell me something that you want that makes you happy forever. It's right here, I can give. But I don't know what I want. I don't know what's going to make me happy forever. Do we? Yes? Do I know what makes me happy forever? What? Baba is there, but I'm not still happy. In fact, many things, after Baba came, I became so unhappy. Many problems come. Before that, I was very happy because I was so ignorant. I never know what is right, what's wrong. So I was more happy. I was doing many blunders. I was still happy. But now, I feel I'm stuck somewhere. I know this, I know that, but I don't know what to do. So we are stuck. And the only effort we all need to make is to make ourselves very satisfied and contented. That's all we need to do. Because the moment my mind is satisfied, contented, the contentment means, the satisfaction means it's a stage where I don't want anything else. I'm full. I'm full. So I need to see if I'm internally so full. Even if there is a gap little, there is an empty space inside, I feel emptiness. And I feel I'm lonely. The biggest enemy for a Brahmin is emptiness and to be lonely. You see? All the problem comes in there. Why we want to be busy? Because we can't face that emptiness. I don't want to see myself empty. You see? And so I keep myself so busy so that I divert my mind. Because a lot of courage is needed to see myself as I am really. You see? And this loneliness means dissatisfaction. Where there is emptiness, there is dissatisfaction. And where there is dissatisfaction, there are too many problems. In fact, I believe the root for all the problems, so-called as problems, the root for all the uncomfortable feelings we all carry with us is dissatisfaction. I'm not satisfied. I'm not contented in life. So I don't like this, I don't like that. I want this to happen this way. I want that to happen in that way. I can't match sanskaras. I keep complaining. I keep looking at others. Why this one is like this and why that one is this. So many complaining or problems or at ease, like the mind is not at ease, it is ill at ease, or not being comfortable, my feelings are not comfortable, is mainly because I'm not satisfied. And when the mind is not satisfied, there's no contentment, it's highly impossible for mind to be stable. When mind is contented, happy, then I don't want to look at anything, anyone. I don't mind, I don't bother. If something is doing wrong, if something is doing nice, if something is, whatever is happening, I don't feel it's a complaint. Even if somebody is trying to hurt me, I wouldn't take it because I'm happy, I'm satisfied. Whatever you're doing is your problem. That's your side. You have to deal with it. I don't have to deal with it. When you're making a mistake, why am I suffering? Why am I dealing with it? When it's your problem. And when mind is not stable, when we are discontent, we are not experiencing the attainments from Baba. And that makes us more unhappy. I've been meditating for such a long time. I'm in Gyan for so long. Yeah. How are you doing? Yeah, good. Going on. Many times, the whole time is taken away by thinking what to do. What efforts should we do? When Baba very clearly speaks about it every day in the Murli. I need to do what Baba says in that Murli for that day. So simple. That's the reason we listen to Murli every day, isn't it? That's the job, that's the task I need to do for the day. So that's so clear. Things are so clear. But because my mind is not satisfied, I still have many desires that binds my mind, that shrinks my mind, and I feel so congested, like as if I'm being choked up, and I'm not comfortable anyway. And so it's very, very important for every Baba's child to feel the sense of satisfaction. I always say this, what it means to be satisfied is to be full, very full. Like when we've eaten the very tasty food, which is of our taste, our choice. I really loved eating that, and I've eaten really quite enough, quite full. And on the top of it, if something nicer is offered to you, you eat this also. Will you be able to? Because you've eaten full meal. There's no space even to take the aroma, the smell of that food anymore because it's so full. So if you're offered more to eat, will you be able to eat? It's something like that. So the fullness to the extent where there is no space for anything else. And so when I come to that stage, no desire, my mind will not go here and there, will not look for anything else, will not search for anything else because I don't want anything. So the feeling of not wanting anything is called as disinterest, what Baba was talking about. So disinterest becomes so natural when I'm satisfied, when I'm contented. I don't have to make an effort to create that state of disinterest in me. I am not interested in anything. Well, that's so dry. If I see a very beautiful, fragrant rose, well, that's attractive, definitely. Wow, it's so nice. But disinterest doesn't mean looking at a nicer thing, I say, because Baba says, remember, disinterest? So I don't like that. Even though I like it, I by force want to create the feeling of not liking is not disinterest. So disinterest is when I'm really so full within my being, my heart is contented, then I have no desires. I don't feel like creating a thought even. There's no question of want or not want. Complaining finishes. I will be able to forgive anyone, anything, because I'm very happy and I'm contented. Things doesn't appear too bad for me. I can forgive myself, I can forgive others, because I'm very happy. This happens normally, isn't it? When a person is very, very happy, and if you come and tell that person, look, this person has done a mistake, they say, that's okay, take it easy. Forgive that person, because very good mood, huh? When mood is so bad, even little thing, even nicer thing can hurt a person. So the hurt, pain, upset, disturb, irritation, anger, these emotions stops. I wouldn't be bothered about these emotions anymore. In fact, they are not created within my being because there is no space left in there. I'm so full. And the entire space is occupied by contentment and satisfied. And this is what Baba says, a certificate we need to get from this spiritual university. People go to different schools to get certified. They get a medical certificate saying you're a doctor, you're an engineer, if they go to engineering school, or if they go to MBA school, they get MBA certificate. But what we spiritual, godly students get, what certificate are we supposed to get? Is the certificate of contentment. There are many, many virtues, there are many, many powers. But Baba always uses the word certificate only to this word contentment. Because once we get this, I'm certified, then no one can disturb us, nothing can disturb us. Now we are too sensitive. Many times Brahmins are too sensitive. Any little thing, any one little word can disturb a person. And so the only effort we need to do in the whole of the confluence age is keep myself happy and contented. Easy? No? Difficult? Happy whole day, very, very satisfied whole day. Whether somebody is, you did a lot of service, you came back home and nothing is cooked for you. You're very happy? You did a lot of service outside the center, you came to the center and the other sisters say, well, it's not my turn to cook today, it's your turn. You're still happy? Yeah? Yes? Why are we tired? Like, we are tired. One is, of course, I'm physically tired. But that actually, I'm sure all of us have this experience, that actually doesn't mind a lot when we are happy inside. Because this contentment, the state of being so satisfied completely, gives us energy. And that's called a spirit, enthusiasm, zeal. And when I'm spiritually so energized, I have a lot of power, then I can overpower whatever is happening physiologically. Well, this is science. Brain and physiological systems, they limit, when I'm in the consciousness of the body, it limits the spirit. It limits the energy of spirit. And that is the reason Baba always say the first step in the spiritual path is to detach myself from this physical body and the brain. So when I get into that awareness, the consciousness, even if I just remember, all big terminologies many times also disturbs us, or it creates sort of a feeling of being very tough and difficult. So the feeling of difficulty many times comes because also of these terminologies, concentration, focus and meditation and effort making and becoming karmatit and bodiless and blah blah blah. So many big terminologies we hear and been used. So when we get caught up in these terminologies, we think, oh my God, I'm nowhere near these things. When am I going to become bodiless? Not even once I've ever have had this experience. Karmatit, I don't know, when am I going to do this? That is so difficult. So it means I may not be able to come in golden age at all. So all these sort of negative, or I would say the thoughts which reduces the self-respect comes into the mind, Many times because we get caught up in these terminologies. But all that we need to do is just to remember. Baba has taught us a very, very easy way. What is yoga or what is meditation? Just remember. And what is that you need to remember? That what I have forgotten. And what is that I have forgotten? The first thing, I had forgotten I'm a soul. I'm a pure soul. I'm a divine being. I am the one who is victorious every time. I am that. I had forgotten. It was totally out of focus. And together with that, I never even believed it. Many times, in fact, all the times, the feeling we carry is because it depends on your beliefs. When you believe certain thing, then you create that feeling. When I believe this person is bad, then I have that feeling and the understanding that this person is wrong because I believe that person is wrong. When I believe that person is good, when I believe certain things are right, so every feeling is based on our belief system. So what I believe, you see? I accepted, I recognized Baba, I accepted it, but to believe it and to recognize to the complete, many times Baba also speaks in the Murli, even my children don't know me as I am, who I am and what I am. We all do definitely know, but to the extent I believe it is, I believe, I trust, I love God. There's no secondary thought in that, but the intensity of that belief differs from person to person. And that's where, for the double foreigners, for the entire season, I guess you all have this beautiful theme on original love and original effort. Yeah? Well, they didn't put the board up, but that is the theme for the entire season this year. So Baba Mama was making effort, and the original, jewels like Dadis in the beginning, 370 or 400, they were all making effort. We are also making effort. They all loved God. We also love God. They all recognized God as their Father, Baba as incorporeal as we all do. But is there difference between their love and our love? Yes? No? Brahma Baba also loves Shiv Baba. Dadis also love Shiv Baba. We Brahmins love Shiv Baba. Is there any difference between what Brahma Baba's love, then that of the Dadis' love, and then the love we all have for Baba? Any difference? Yes? No difference in the love? Yes, no? Thinking? They all had faith. Shiv Baba, Brahma Baba had faith in Shiv Baba. All Dadis have faith in Shiv Baba. We also have faith in Shiv Baba. Is there any difference in the faith? Yes, no? Yes, no? Brahma Baba made effort, Mama made effort, Dadis made effort. We are also making effort. Is there any difference in the effort? Yes, no? So what is the difference in the effort? The essence of the entire knowledge is to love God. That's it. And when I love God, I remember. I remember someone who I love. That's but natural. To remember is a very, very natural phenomenon of every human mind. We all remember something or the other, always, one after the other. But they also remembered, they also have had love or have love. We also have love and faith, but the intensity, like today Baba was talking about, creating that fire of remembrance. When something is so intense, fire is created. And it is this fire that brings in transformation. The intensity of love they had and the intensity what we have, there's a lot of difference in it. Agree? Agree with this? Yeah? We all definitely love Baba. We have nobody else besides God. My mother, my father, my beloved, my friend, my child, everything is God. Yes? No? And this is the most important thing. What satisfies any soul? The soul will be satisfied when it experiences the real, complete, unconditional love and happiness. If I am not happy, if I have not experienced the happiness, if I have not experienced that real love, the authentic love, genuine love, then there's always a thirst inside my being. Then my mind begins to wander. Even while we sit in meditation, why does the mind wander? My mind goes here and there and remembers this and that, because the feeling, the real feeling of that love isn't there. Many times we do experience love. There are two things. One is just a touch and come back. Right? Like when we go to the beaches, many would like to swim. And some people like to swim, underwater. They really get into the water and they're not visible outside. They enjoy swimming. Some would like to put their leg in the water and, happily they would like to just wet their feet, but really don't want to swim. They're fine with playing with the water, but they don't want to get into the water. Experiencing love, happiness, we all have these stages. Some just experience Baba intellectually. As I create those thoughts, I get into that feeling, and I'm very fine with it. But to get into that, like swim in that, into that, get drowned in it, immersed in it, engrossed in that ocean, is something we seldom do. And even for a little while, when soul is immersed in it, and we come out of it, that experience takes us for a very long period of time. Because God's love is such a beautiful feeling. Nobody in the world can ever share that love, because it's so unconditional. It's so very true. It quenches the thirst of several births. Because soul has really not received the real love for ages. Many births. So every soul is thirst of that, real true love, unconditional love, without any expectations. So when heart is not satisfied, is not contented, not happy, then mind wanders. We sit for meditation 2 hours, bhatti or whatever. We definitely sit because it's a discipline. We would like to follow the discipline. We sit as a part of discipline. But actually enjoying that 2 hours of moment, time, every moment, enjoying is what we lack. The word focus, concentration, all comes automatically when I begin to enjoy something. And when I'm not able to focus, how am I able to experience from God? So I'm not able to focus because my mind is wandering. My mind is wandering because I'm not satisfied. There is some dissatisfaction in me. It means I have certain desires which is holding me back from the great attainment. It's something like that. Many, many delicious dishes are placed right in front of me, but my hands are tied up. My mouth is watering. I would like to eat all of that. I can't eat because my hands are tied up. That's such a pitiable state, isn't it? God, the one who is the bestower of everything, all powers, virtues, qualities, is right in front of me. But I'm not able to experience that. And more I lack that experience, gradually I begin to lose interest. Because I think, anyway, I'm not going to, my mind, I can't concentrate. I sit, but I can't remember Baba anyway. I sit in front of Baba, I sit for meditation, but mind goes here and there. So what's the great fun in sitting in meditation? Instead, I could do that and that and that. So I get busy outside. Busy doing something externally. I get myself occupied, and it's so easy to get occupied and busy in the external things because I'm not able to really get into that enjoyment, the feeling of being with that one, and the taste, relish the taste of that love and happiness. What's in life? What is in human life? We have people, isn't it? Family, what's family? People. What's life? People again. Things and people. Now, why do we need people and things? People in any relationship for that matter. It could be a far, far distant relationships. It could be a close relationship. It could be a family relations. It could be a friend relationship. It could be a working relationship. Any relationship for that matter. We all need those relationships because we derive that happiness from all those relationships. And we need to get that experience from God. Only then I will be able to satisfy myself. Thank you. I stop here because Dadi will be here another couple of minutes. Om Shanti. Thank you.